In the mesmerizing kaleidoscope of literary discourse, one encounters a chromatic spectrum of styles, each hue resonating with its unique tonal resonance. Yet, amidst the vibrant tapestry of linguistic expression, there exists a controversial shade, a chromatic excess that has been christened none other than the beguiling purple prose. Brace yourself, intrepid reader, for a veritable odyssey into the opulent realms of ornate embellishments and linguistic extravagance, where words, like a surfeit of gemstones adorning a sovereign's diadem, bedazzle and bewilder in equal measure. Picture, if you will, a sylvan glade ensconced in the ephemeral embrace of twilight, where the ethereal luminescence of the crescent moon pirouettes upon the silvery filigree of leaves overhead. It is within this enchanting grove that we embark upon our lexical pilgrimage, guided by the celestial glow of prose aglow with the resplendent hues of a regal amethyst, a hue that beckons forth the very essence of purple prose. Purple prose, the literary constellation that resides at the zenith of embellishment, is akin to a grand symphony conducted by a maestro intoxicated with the heady elixir of verbosity. It is a stylistic flamboyance that cascades like an opulent waterfall, each linguistic droplet adorned with the effulgent jewels of adjectives, adverbs, and metaphors. It is a dalliance with language so profound that it transcends the mundane and ascends to the sublime, weaving a tapestry of verbosity so intricate that it could rival the most labyrinthine of mazes. At its core, purple prose is the magnum opus of linguistic indulgence, a literary dalliance with excess where every phrase becomes a flourishing garden, a tapestry interwoven with the silken threads of lexical ostentation. It is a dalliance with the exquisite, a dance with the extravagant, where words, like alchemists, transmute into golden elixirs of linguistic splendor. To read purple prose is to embark upon a journey through the opulent corridors of verbal excess, where the mundane is eschewed in favor of the extravagant, and the ordinary is transformed into the extraordinary. The genesis of the term, purple prose, is shrouded in the mists of literary history, a nebulous origin that some attribute to the Roman poet Horace. In his Ars Poetica, Horace cautioned against the excessive use of color in poetry, opining that your painting, or your poem, should present a just imitation of nature. They should charm the mind, not overcharge it. It was a gentle admonishment, a poetic entreaty to eschew the flamboyant in favor of the harmonious, and yet, it planted the seeds of a linguistic critique that would echo through the annals of literary criticism. As the centuries unfurled like parchment scrolls, the term purple prose found its linguistic resonance in the quills of writers and critics alike. It became the lodestar for those who sought to navigate the treacherous waters of verbosity, a cautionary beacon warning against the siren call of embellishment. Like an invisible specter, it haunted the corridors of literary salons and writing chambers, a phantasmal reminder that even the most opulent of linguistic jewels could weigh down the wings of narrative flight. To encapsulate the essence of purple prose is akin to capturing the elusive phoenix in a gilded cage of syllables. It is a mercurial concept, a chameleon that adapts to the hues of individual perception. For some, purple prose is the epitome of literary indulgence, an aesthetic trespass into the realms of excess. For others, it is the opulent regalia that adorns the narrative sovereign, elevating prose to the status of a linguistic monarchy. The canvas upon which purple prose paints its resplendent masterpiece is the narrative landscape, an expansive terrain where the verdant meadows of simplicity often find themselves bedecked in the myriad blossoms of lexical opulence. It is here that the author, like a skilled alchemist, concocts a linguistic elixir that intoxicates the senses, a potion brewed with the heady essences of ornate descriptors, elaborate metaphors, and grandiose adjectives. Consider, if you will, a simple sentence rendered in the ostentatious hues of purple prose. The moon rose above the horizon. In the hands of the purple prose virtuoso, this prosaic statement transforms into a lyrical sonnet, a symphony of verbosity that serenades the celestial ascent of Earth's celestial companion. Behold, as the moon, that luminous orb, ascends the firmament, casting its argent glow upon the terrestrial realm. Its ascent, a celestial ballet choreographed by the cosmos itself, unfolds in a nocturnal pageantry that beguiles the senses and enchants the very fabric of existence. In the realm of purple prose, the mundane metamorphoses into the extraordinary, the ordinary assumes the vestments of the extraordinary, and the commonplace dons the regalia of the sublime. It is a linguistic metamorphosis, a transmutation of the quotidian into the extraordinary, where the act of moonrise becomes a cosmic ballet, an event of celestial splendor that transcends the pedestrian boundaries of reality. The architects of purple prose are, in essence, linguistic virtuosos who navigate the labyrinthine corridors of language with the finesse of a masterful weaver. Their quills are imbued with the ink of verbosity, and their palettes are adorned with the resplendent pigments of linguistic excess. It is a delicate dance, a ballet of words pirouetting upon the stage of narrative, where each adjective is a prima ballerina, and every adverb a nimble acrobat. However, as we immerse ourselves in the intoxicating embrace of purple prose, it becomes imperative to scrutinize the delicate balance between embellishment and coherence. For, like a vine that entwines itself too tightly, purple prose, when unchecked, can strangle the very narrative it seeks to adorn. The intoxicating allure of linguistic opulence must be tempered with the judicious hand of restraint, lest the narrative succumb to the weight of its own embellishments. To decipher the enigma of purple prose is to navigate a linguistic labyrinth where the boundaries between eloquence and excess blur like the misty veils of dawn. It is a chiaroscuro of stylistic flamboyance, where the interplay of light and shadow creates a tapestry of linguistic chiaroscuro. One moment, the prose dazzles like a diamond in the noonday sun, and the next, it retreats into the penumbras of verbosity, leaving the reader ensnared in the interplay of light and shade. The hallmark of purple prose lies in its ability to evoke an emotional response, to elicit a visceral reaction from the reader. It is a narrative alchemy that transforms the act of reading into a sensory experience, a literary sojourn through landscapes adorned with the resplendent hues of verbosity. The reader, like a traveler navigating an uncharted terrain, becomes both observer and participant in the grand spectacle of linguistic excess. Yet, for all its opulence, purple prose is not without its detractors.